Ladies and gentlemen, I am frustrated. Hear me when I say this. We are 2 weeks away from AEW All In. Looking at the current card for Wembley Stadium, unless Tony Khan is planning to add maybe one or two matches, which, yeah, we could most likely see a TBS championship match added, I am expecting a trios championship match involving the champs, Hangman Page, Brodito, that's Brody King and Bandito, taking on Swerve Strickland and the New Day. Yes, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods. Well, Austin Creed and Kofi. They can't go by their WWE names. So more than likely, Kofi, just Kofi, and then Austin Creed. It has been reported that they're coming into AEW, as they should. They will be paid handsomely, the right amount of money that WWE did not want to pay them, and they'll be able to have better matches and creative freedom. Watch out. That would be an excellent match to do. Now, they might throw in Ricochet and the Gates of Agony, the Demand, just to spice things up. So what is that? A 9-man trios match? A 3-way trios match? No idea what you call that, but whether it's just a simple 6-man trios match or a 9-man trios, maybe make it a ladder match just to spice things up. Outside of adding 2 more matches, I genuinely think this might be one of their strongest cards. Hell, you know what? I'll say it. This might be the best AEW card that Tony Khan has ever created. This is one of those cards that Tony Khan can say it's the greatest. I don't agree with Tony Khan overhyping his shows and underdelivering. I don't like myself coming up here saying, this show's going to be the greatest show of all time. Because I believe in underselling and over-delivering, right? I don't want to oversell and set them up for failure, whether it's WWE or AEW. I'd rather just undersell it and then over-deliver. I genuinely think, this is not me overselling, this is not hyperbole, this is one of the strongest AEW pay-per-view cards ever, to date. All In is looking to be their strongest All In, period. Until the next time they have an All In, which could possibly be better. We'll have to see. This one's going to be hard to top. So looking at this card, expecting greatness from it, you have to understand why I'm frustrated. I am frustrated at the lack of hype for this show. Going into it, I was confident, super confident that AEW would at least do 50,000 tickets. Months ago, I would have been like, they're going to do 50,000. Easy. Because once they get the hype going, once they get the matches lined up and start building to it, all those tickets are going to fly off the shelf. We're 2 weeks in, and they haven't started to build on anything except the main event, as it should be, Kenny Omega and Willow Ospreay. But outside of that, it's sporadic. It's either non-existent or it's getting it here and there. Now, don't get me wrong, the build isn't terrible. It's not bad. There's clearly effort being put into these dynamites and collisions, building to All In. Several feuds and storylines are coming together at the last second, but it's there. You see the stories there. You see the effort being put there. The problem is, there isn't a lot of buzz. The overall buzz isn't where it needs to be. It doesn't feel big enough. So today, they have around 38,000, 2 weeks out. And they're averaging 1,500 every 3 days. So 500 every day, right? That's what they're averaging every day. It might dip, it might grow. If they stay on track, they might see a big surge the week of when ticket prices are at their lowest, right? But if they stay on track with this, they're looking at maybe 45K by showtime, which, for the record, that is a great crowd to have. I'm not scoffing at that at all. That's more than both nights of SummerSlam, so congratulations. But no, man, you look at this card, they should easily, at the bare minimum, be doing 50K. It honestly should be somewhere in the 60s and 70s, right? I'm not going to push my luck and say 80 and 90. That was never going to happen. I'm very much aware that them doing 80 to 90 in this day and age is a pipe dream. But 50K, 60K, they could have done that with the right amount of hype. In London, it's so frustrating. They're not really hyping these shows. It's just random matches being thrown together with sporadic build to these matches. The only one that's been getting consistent TV time, consistent hype, is Kenny Omega and Will Ospreay. Everything they've been doing with Will Ospreay, for the most part, has been on point. No complaints whatsoever. You gotta fill out your card, man. You gotta have stories and buzz and hype for the rest of your show. And when I talk about this card, we're gonna go through the card. You're gonna see what I'm talking about. When you look at these matches, you're gonna get frustrated too, knowing that all of these top talent are on these shows and it doesn't feel important. How is that possible? Let me go ahead and pull up the card really quickly. We're not gonna start with the main event. This is the first match on the card, right? Let me be sure. Yeah, this is the first match. Darby Allin versus Kevin Knight. Falls count anywhere. So this is gonna be the hardcore match of the night. Cool. It's going to be bloody. It's going to be violent. Crazy spots. Darby is going to go through thumbtacks, fire, whatever. Maybe even something more violent. Jesus Christ. Because it's falls count anywhere. So this is going to be wild. And they've been building this since, I think, the Continental Classic. Right? Did they have a match for the world title? I don't remember Kevin Knight and Darby having a match for the world title. Maybe they did. Okay, let's just say they did. Maybe they did have a match for the world title. Regardless, it's still 2-1. It's either 2-1 or 2-0. So this actually has legs. And the match is going to be absolutely insane. And there was a story there for a little bit where Darby was trying to scare, torture Kevin Knight to the point that he would win a match. And I kind of feel like we got away from that. Right? We went away from it because they wanted Kevin Knight to go for the world title. And that messed things up for some reason. I suppose because MJF decided he wanted to take a break or let Kenny Omega win the world title. It forced Tony Khan to push Kevin Knight into that spot, and then we went away from this feud. And that hurt it. That hurt it. Now they're trying to find a way back to it. That detour took away some of the hype. So in these next 2 weeks, I'm going to need these guys to turn it up. Because you know this match is going to be fire. It's Darby Allin in a falls count anywhere match. He's going to do something crazy. Now, who wins it? I guess you can have Darby Allin win the TNT title back. Or, screw it, keep it on Kevin Knight. Keep it on Kevin Knight. He's been killing it. Now, let's talk about this match. A lot of people are not happy with this men's casino gauntlet. That's going to have multiple people, most likely 21 people. You're going to have some surprise returns, as you should. And honestly, this should be the only match with a surprise return. But people are pissed off that MJF is in this match and not the main event. Question, why? Yes, he's the top draw. You can be the top draw and not be in the main event. For real, he doesn't need to be in the main event on every show. You can mix it up here and there. I'm actually very happy that he decided, apparently it was his idea, to drop the belt to Kenny Omega and then fight for the number 2 spot. Because he understands business. He understands that if he's in that spot for too long, then it gets stale. He wants to maintain some type of intrigue into his character, have him lose, and still call himself the champ for heat. I like that. So, number 1, he's on the show. That's the only thing that mattered to me. If he wasn't on the show, I'd be right there with everyone else complaining. That would have been stupid to not have MJF on All In. He's on the show, and he's still in the upper echelon of the card. He's still being positioned as a contender for the world title. What are we complaining about? Also, look at this match. It's Andrade. It's MJF. It's going to be multiple other people. We know MJF is going to win this. Well, if he doesn't, I don't think it matters. He's going to get a shot at the world title. We all know this. He's carrying around his BBB, letting you know that he's still the real champ, even though he lost. They're positioning him to go after the world title after All In. What are we complaining about? He doesn't need to be on every main event. You can put him somewhere else on the card and it still matters. We got to fill up this card, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get MJF versus, I don't know, Will Ospreay more likely, because I'm expecting Will Ospreay to beat Kenny Omega. So Will Ospreay versus MJF at All Out. Maybe they'll do Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay and MJF at All Out. Making a triple threat there. For all we know, Kenny might retain, and then we'll get MJF and Kenny Omega again. We're going to get MJF in the main event later on this year. I think we're okay just letting the main event be what it should be. the best match possible. And then we got, what is this, Continental Cup? So I'll be real with you. I don't like that we're doing this because we already have the Continental Classic. We got too many tournaments. Tony Khan resorts to tournaments when he needs something to fill out these shows. It's lazy booking. So when we have a Continental Cup, that dilutes the Continental Classic. If you wanted to find an opponent for Jon Moxley, why not just do a Battle Royal or something? Or, I don't know, have someone win matches and challenge them. But okay, they're doing a Continental Cup. You know the finals is going to include Jon Moxley. It has to. So Jon Moxley will be in the finals. Now, who fights him? My first pick was Eddie Kingston. When I saw him in the tournament, I'm like, well, there you go. That's the finals. Eddie Kingston and Jon Moxley. What a match that would be. But then I remembered, wait, Jay White is in this tournament. Switchblade Jay White. That would also be a great pick to fight Jon Moxley. Matter of fact, if we do Jay White versus Jon Moxley, I can see Jay White winning that match. I could see him winning it. I'm not saying he will. The other person that no one's talking about is Claudio Castagnoli. We're in the UK. He would be over, massively over in the UK. Honestly, he might be the best pick, and it makes the most sense that it would be someone within the group to go after Jon Moxley. So, yeah, I would be okay with any one of those three. It will most likely, if I have to pick somebody, probably Jay White. I would hope that they give him a legit reign with it. So yeah, if I had to pick somebody of the three, as much as I love Eddie Kingston, and I want to see him more on my television set, Tony Khan, yeah, Jay White. Jay White would be my pick to win, and I just think it's lazy, man. Like, we're doing another tournament before the Continental. That's just me. I don't like it. We have the women's tag match here. This is an easy match to do. The Divine Dominion taking on the Brawling Birds. We're in the UK, so this would be Alex Windsor's home country. So if that's the case, this is an easy match to do. If you're not going to open the show with it, make it number 2. Right? Easy win for the Brawling Birds, and they should have a reign with it. I think this would be a great moment. When was the last time Jamie Hayter won a championship? Why aren't we talking about that? Like, the way we can hype this is by saying Jamie Hayter has not won a title in years since she got hurt and came back from injury. So this would be a very important moment for her. Why aren't we hyping that up? It's just something very simple like that that gets on my nerves, but easy match to do. Now, this one's the most frustrating. I mean, come on. Come on, y'all. It's Edge and Christian. I know it's Hope and Christian, but for real, it's Edge and Christian versus the Young Bucks. Excuse me, why are you not throwing this at us every single week? They should be having promos back to back to back to back to back. If you can't have it on every show, put it on BTE. It's Edge and Christian. This is a tag team that we thought we would never see again. Remember, both Edge and Christian were forced to retire in WWE. They shouldn't even be wrestling right now. But here they are, in great shape, still going in their, 50s? I think, right? They're in their 50s, taking on the Young Bucks. 2 tag teams who are arguably the best tag teams of the 21st century. First time ever. Dream match. This should feel a lot bigger than it is. But I don't think Tony Khan is giving it the attention that it needs right now. If you don't know what to do with them, bring the Young Bucks, bring Cope and Christian in a room, and talk to them. Let them come up with it. You could be using all sorts of social media platforms to get this over with. But yeah, this is going to be an incredible match. This should open the show. And if it's going to open the show, you better give it hype. Let me talk about this match. This one gets on my nerves. Oh my God, the hype for this show is so frustrating. You have 3 of the best performers in the world today. Everyone loves Kyle Fletcher. Homeboy's really getting there. He hasn't quite won me over yet, but I see the potential. And then you got Okada, a legend. And then one of the best wrestlers, period, today, Konosuke Takeshita, all in one match. And for a time period there, it felt like they were building this properly. You were letting Okada get frustrated with not holding the international belt, letting Kyle Fletcher take the forefront, let him take the spotlight, and Okada doesn't like playing backseat, being out of the spotlight, right? Very simple storytelling. And I was thinking this was going to build to like a big segment that would announce the match. You know how they announced this match? They just randomly announced it. backstage on Dynamite. Randomly. Tony Khan booked a match. Bro, y'all killing me with this hype, man. Like, you really could have done something with this to where people could genuinely get excited to see it. Now, is the match going to be spectacular? Fuck yes. It's going to be one of the best matches all fucking night. Look who's in it. But man, like, we gotta get back to creating buzz and storytelling. God damn it. It's really frustrating me how we dropped the ball on making people excited about this match. Now, we still got 2 more weeks to really get people going. But just the way they announced it was underwhelming. And then we got one of my favorite matches of the night. This one, first off, 2 sisters, Mercedes Moné and Willow Nightingale. This is one of those matches that builds itself. Mercedes Moné wins her first championship, beating Willow. Willow took the belt back from Mercedes. And so there's this underlining story of every time Willow wins a championship, she has yet to successfully defend it against Mercedes Moné. However, what makes it even crazier is that every time Mercedes goes for the world championship, the women's world championship, she fails. She could win every other title, but she fails to win when it matters, the big one. So you don't know who's going to win this match. It could go either way, and both of these women have had excellent matches together. I think this might be their best one. The story is there. The hype is there. I can't wait for this match. This is going to be a great match to see. And who wins is who wins. You could have Mercedes beat Willow, and it would be okay. Or you could keep the curse going. I think they should keep the curse going just to make it more interesting. But I want to see this match. Mercedes might fail again. And what's going to happen if she does? The main event, of course. Let's talk about the main event. And people are going to be mad that MJF is not in this match. Let me tell y'all something. As an MJF fan, you're not going to get a better match than this. When you ask me, if you ask me, what is the best match possible to main event All In? Boom. That's the best match possible. Could you make it a triple threat? You could. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't think that would be as good as just a simple Kenny Omega versus Will Ospreay one-on-one, no bullshit match. Who's the best wrestler in the world? Who's the best? That's what this match is built on. Who really is the best? And a lot of people, I enjoy what they're doing. I like that they're going a more conventional way of building their feud. They're both still baby faces, but Kenny Omega is doing more of a tweener type of ordeal where he's willing to take underhanded routes to maintain the championship while Will Ospreay wants to be honorable. He wants to do it the right way. He wants Kenny Omega to see him coming. He doesn't want to cheat. And I think that's what makes this championship match even more special because it's combining 2 storylines here. Kenny Omega hasn't won the belt in years, since 2021. He finally gets it after almost 5 years of not having it. And it's like he's about to lose it, right? And he's desperate to keep it. He doesn't want to just lose it after winning it, because what is he if he can't keep the championship anymore? So the storyline is there. It was kind of murky there involving the Death Riders. Again, MJF was a part of it, and now he's not, but he'll be a part of it afterwards. But they focused in. They honed in on it, and I like what they're doing. I wouldn't change a goddamn thing. Keep it as it is, and just let them go out there and kill each other. They're going to keep getting microphone time. I like what they're doing with it. Let that keep going. Maybe add a bit more heat to it. Make it a bit of a blood feud. You can do that. That's fine. Because there's a lot of history here. The only thing I would add is talk about their history. They're 1-1. Kenny beat Will Ospreay in New Japan. Will Ospreay beat Omega in AEW, so they're 1-1. This is an easy feud to build. And I think when it's all said and done, first off, Will Ospreay's going to win. He should. When it's all said and done, man, you're not going to get a better match than this. They're going to have the kind of matches that make Dave Meltzer break the scale. What's the highest star rating? 7 stars? This will most likely get 7.5, if not 8. You know it's coming. You know Dave Meltzer is going to break his scale again with this match. And that's fine. But give me the hype. All In, Wembley Stadium 2026, at the bare minimum should have 50K. 50,000 people in attendance. And it might get there. We might see a massive surge in tickets the week of. But these next 2 weeks, they better turn it up. The hype is not there. It's not where it needs to be. I'm not saying there's no storylines. I'm not saying they're not putting in effort. The hype needs to be the same type of hype of WrestleMania. Because quite honestly, I don't mind saying this. This is not hyperbole. In terms of the in-ring quality, when it comes to the in-ring quality, this is going to be better than WrestleMania and SummerSlam combined. You know it is. You know All In is going to kick their ass in terms of quality. But the hype needs to be there. So I'm going to need Tony Khan to turn your shit up. Turn this shit up in the next few weeks. Get us excited about this show. Are you excited? Where's your excitement level for All In? Do you think that this is going to be one of their best shows? Let me know in the comments. That's the video. Thank you for watching. Do all the YouTube things. Like the video, subscribe, and click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. Follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, and Venmo. I love you all, and I'll catch you guys next time right here in Alyx's world. The place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. Peace.